Tune there.
Yeah,
I like that funky riff.
That was a good riff. You
riff.
came up with that.
I did.
You came up with that.
But I'm sure
he
I've
came up with that.
I can literally picture something from the 60s or the 70s, sort of, you know, some sort of Motown-y kind of
Well, you know
blues.
what? That fits very well with these guitars.
Anyway.
You gotta get the roof down, man. You know,
cool.
you're driving while you're having a beer. That's how cool that is.
We should have written that when they was the full price rather than the discounted price. We sold loads of them.
Exactly, because they are discounted. They are on an epic deal, and that's why we're here, isn't it?
Mm.
That's what it is.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Well, it's Thursday in our life. Might be different day on yours, but it's epic deal day.
It could be any day. It could be 200 years from now. Who knows?
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? There'll be statues to us in
holding Coronado guitars, going.
Just a one Coronado, give it to me. Delicious 6 strings from
Andertons TV. From America. Is that where they're from?
Well, they're Fenders, and Fender are from America. These probably aren't. These are probably from some
crafted in China,
eastern shores. Oh yes,
crafted in China.
Did you wear the shirt to match the guitar?
I did actually. Yes, not.
You're so fashionable. So yes.
I don't know why I'm wearing shirt because it's so warm.
It's Epic Deal Day, and Epic Deals is a series of videos that Andertons shoots every time it kind of gets some sort of end-of-line blowout-y kind of offer for you. So we revisit a guitar that we've maybe demoed before, and I do remember doing these with Rob a few years back when they were new. And Fender released a couple of guitars, the Coronado and the Starcaster, which were both sort of semi-acoustic guitars back from a bygone era. The Coronado is a reissue of a guitar that Fender made in the 60s.
Yep.
I don't think it was desperately popular when it first came out.
It's one of those guitars that looks really cool, but it's kind of
so we've got to be honest with you. We don't know this,
color,
but one would assume that Fender was probably watching enviously at all the Gibson and sort of Epiphone semi-acoustics they were selling at the time, and thought, oh, we'll have a bit of that.
That looks a bit like a 335. And did I say that? I did say that.
Well,
but you know what? If you
that.
want a 335, you're going to have to spend a couple of grand on that.
Well, unless you buy an Epiphone one, I guess. But
anyway.
So look, but semi-acoustic, but with a centre block. So not fully hollow. So it's a very, very usable electric guitar.
More tone, and it's a bolt-on neck.
It's a bolt-on neck. So
like a Fender. A Strat. Like a Strat.
And the neck feels like a Strat neck.
It does.
It's just a Strat neck.
Lacquered,
bound. Cool block inlays, big headstock, which was kind of pretty common in the sort of the late 60s.
It looks like it's melted in this heat.
Yeah,
a little bit,
doesn't it? And
these
are cool.
These are cool. I'm a big fan of these. These are Fender's own, aren't they?
Yes, they are. So, what was in the original Coronado?
That was some, what's the brand? Diamond pickups.
Right, okay, so kind of...
that's way back, and the Coronado 1. This is Coronado 2, so...
It's a kind of Gretschy kind of vibe, the Diamonds, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like what do they call these? Like the Radiator?
Fiddletrons, the TV Jones, the... what is it? Fiddlytrons?
Fiddlytron. It's Fidelitron. Unless you're Danish Pete, in which case they're Fiddlytrons.
Fiddlytrons.
Have you ever seen that film? Fiddlytron.
Fiddlytron?
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, it's where he goes round.
Do I need to look that up, do I? Do I need to look that up?
Links
will be
come up with a plot line for Fiddlytron.
And
it's basically it's like Tron, but with someone that does fiddling. So it's like some sort of off the charts, can't watch this kind of film, totally inappropriate version of Tron. But anyway, now these are called Fidelitron pickups, and they are Fender's effort at doing something Gretschy.
Yeah.
And you bolt all this together with your sort of trapeze tailpiece and your Tunematic really style bridge.
Yeah.
2 pickups, 2 volumes and 2 tone controls, 3-way switch.
Yeah.
4 colours: sunburst, red, black, and another colour which escapes me, but it's just been on the screen, so you probably know.
And it'll be on the links below as well.
Give us some tones, Pete.
Yeah, I'm plugged into the Victory Sheriff 44, and I have got a little creamer on the floor for some reverb.
Are you going clean though out of the Sheriff?
I'm going clean
Beautiful.
out of the Sheriff. So
like
here's some the front neck pickup, and here's our favourite chord in the whole wide world, a G chord. Here's the both pickups.
What's that sound? It's a bit snappier than a Gibson.
Yeah, it's a little bit more sort of snappy, but it got that sort of Gretschy kind of.
It doesn't have the because obviously all the Gretches of the time would have been, or most of them would have been hollow bodies. So it's kind of a weird. It's got a bit of thump. It's got a bit of snap. I would say it's more of a cross between a Fender sound and a Gretsch sound. It doesn't really sound Gibson-y at all, does it?
Fender has a sound.
It does have a sound.
It does have a sound. And what do you expect for $3.99?
Sound of money.
It's a Anyway,
it goes ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Well, this model didn't. That's why it's on
exactly.
deal, but most
exactly.
of them do.
It goes like this. two on. It's good, isn't it? That's not bad.
What's that? The neck
That's
pickup?
both of them.
That's
together.
both of them.
Yeah.
What about the bridge one? Is that fierce?
It's almost kind of a surfy.
Is it? Yeah, it's cool.
It's almost like a. Well, good
Infinite
sustain in
sustain.
them.
I like it.
That's good.
Pete's using one of our favourites, if not our absolute favourite, sort of affordable bluesy drive pedal, which is the Nobles ODR
It's just
one.
good, isn't it? It just works, and that's everything kind of on 12 o'clock. I'll turn the drive down a little bit, see what happens. That's kind of the thing I see, like white stripes just bashing the out of the guitar.
We couldn't find many famous players of this guitar from when it originally came out in the 60s. There's a rumour that if you look hard enough, there's an Elvis Presley film where he plays one of these at some point.
Yeah. And there was Pat Metheny as well, I think.
Can you do? Anyway, that's how I'm going to answer every...
Jimmy Vaughan.
Jimmy Vaughan,
Well,
he would have probably, when he wasn't around in those days, must have played a sort of a later one.
White never trust Wikipedia.
Are we reading names off Wikipedia? That's always
Flaming
fun.
Lips.
So Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, Rob Chapman, and
Mick Taylor.
they've all played the Coronado apparently at some point.
Yeah.
Slash. No, I've just made all those up.
Brian Lee Phillips.
I've never pick names that you've actually heard of.
Yeah.
Graham Coxon.
Mark White. Roscoe Beck. The Dandy Warhols. These are people that kind of you must know those, huh?
Paul Newman. He's an actor, wasn't he? I think
Newland.
I think they make these up.
Newland.
Don't they?
Newland.
Oh right.
It's
He's
the
got a corner named
eyesight.
after him.
Yeah.
Wait, that joke. That's the best. No one
is going to get that.
unless you live in Guildford.
Exactly.
Where there's a nice day out to be had at Newland's corner. Anyway. So, come on, talk about the epic deal. These guitars would have cost you the thick end of about £700 when they came out.
Yep.
There's no case or anything with them, just, as they are. And the epic deal is £399.
£399. I mean, if you want to make a statement with a guitar and you want to, I can imagine if you're like an indie rock band or something, you want to bash one out, literally.
Say that, right, say you're an indie rock band and something different, but don't say bash one out again. That's bad. So, take two.
So if you, I can imagine if you huff.
He's gone now.
Ah! Okay, hang on. I think you can say that. That was fun. That was funny.
Fine.
No. So, I can imagine if you've got 300 quid, 299 quid, to spend on the guitar, you want to be a little bit different, you want to be in an indie band, you want to absolutely hammer the out of some. I can see down here, like there, and then just
It's a cool guitar.
Absolutely.
And I guess at £399, you don't mind giving it a few battle scars, do you?
And if you're like looking for a second cool guitar, if you've got your Telly or you got your Strat or whatever, and you want something that you can take out and just faff about with.
It's very pretty. It is very pretty.
It's a great guitar. I must say, to be honest, it's a little bit on the bit
heavy.
but that's probably the center block, because if you look in, it's quite wide. So I would say it's kind of probably here. That's how much there is, which means you get more tone, more sustain.
I'm playing through a Fender amplifier. It's a little bit more chimey. It's got a great sound, hasn't it?
It's great, and it's a great sound.
What's not to like?
Exactly.
Got a plimsoll distortion pedal.
It wants to rock out, that guitar, doesn't it? It wants to.
It's got a lot more drive than I thought it would be able to cope with. There's about 20 of these to sell, mix of colours, so get in quick.
Really good for £399. Honestly, £399. What else can you get for £399? New tyres for a car. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but
and an MOT.
Yeah, MOT service. Well, that's what my new service is. But interim service is going to cost on my car.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
It's
like
Ferrari,
stuff like that.
No, it's not a Ferrari.
But I'm just
Rolls Royce.
No, but you know, I mean, it's a great guitar. Great pickup, sounds good, looks really cool.
So there we go. I don't know. It's just it is what it is.
If you've been in the sunshine, you know you got a bit of the old tan going. You may be a little bit too red. Hey, fits that.
Is that what the colour's called? It's not called Candy Apple Red. It's called Danish Pete Sunburn. That's what the colour is.
It's the sunburnt red.
It is. Right. Anyway, so that's it.
Yeah.
Get more
links below.
Hot. Yes.
Get them on there. Hot man.
Anyway, thanks Pete for sounding great.
You're welcome, man. You too. Thanks for that riff in the beginning. We might have to steal that from another video.
Let's do it. Right then. Laters.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.